Big up, everybody. Welcome back to TJ Warren TV. Welcome back to another match reaction. Arsenal get it done in Spain 2-1 with the B team, a game that exposed more than a few people that we already knew were bad. But, we'll get into that. Dal, how you doing, bro? You good?
Doing good, yeah. Third place in the Champions League. Can't complain. I thought the lineup today was kind of what I expected. I thought the gameplay wasn't half bad. I thought times we were crap, and other times we looked good. But other than that, happy Wednesday, everybody.
Let's get into it. And Jez, the returning champion, how you doing, my friend? You good?
I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. Pretty much what I expected to be tonight. But I do have to question, which we'll talk about, why does he have to bring on players that he didn't need to bring on? Massive game at the weekend against Man City. Why are you bringing on players you don't need to play? I don't get it. Game was done, dusted. Apart from the scrub in Sterling. But hey, is what it is, man.
True. Yeah, this guy, I was saying, this guy could motivate a guy who's about to jump off a bridge to just take the plunge, man. This guy is awful. Like he literally is a depressant in human form ever since he's played for Arsenal. It's been absolutely brutal. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I was when I first saw that starting lineup, I was not surprised. Seeing Neto finally get a start, and now we know why Bournemouth didn't want him. We get to see a live and in living color version of that. I cannot believe he was caught in no man's land like that, diving outside of the box towards Danjuma. And good for Danjuma, because I was making fun of him, former Tottenham Hotspur. And I was just like, Danjuma, like, this guy isn't going to do anything. And of course he chips us. So, it just is what it is, Arsenal tax. But, it was just mediocre. It was exactly what we thought it was going to be. I thought we looked extremely disjointed in the first half. These players were yelling at each other. They did not look at all comfortable playing with each other. You can tell that this is not a starting lineup that he normally plays with on the training ground. You had Ethan Winieri, I think, was an extreme bright spot. This kid, my stocks in this kid are high. I've been investing in this kid since the summer, and he has just absolutely come good for this football club. He needs to start regularly. He stands out heads and shoulders above some of the people in our starting 11. So, like, if there's one thing that I'm really going to take away from this, that's positive, is that Ethan Winieri is exactly who we needed him to be and who we think he is. So, like, he's one for the future, guys. And Jez, first thing you said when you came into the back was, we got to hang on to him. We have to hang on to this kid. We cannot let this kid go.
No, absolutely. This young man, right, he's proven since he's broken into the first team that he's got the levels, he's got what we need. Great goal today, beautifully taken. And that's what we're missing. Players like that. Now, if Arsenal have got any bollocks about them, right now, pretty damn quick, I would do what we did with Nketiah. Sign him up, another 5 years, give him the money. I don't know how much he's on a week, personally.
That's a good question.
I don't think it's going to be mega bucks, but whatever it is, if it's like 20, 25, 30, treble it. Because
it's 60 right now. No, wait, no, set to receive 60 if he signs a new deal.
Right, 60. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, which would make him the third highest paid teenager in Premier League history.
And he's worth it.
Yeah, he's getting paid. He's getting paid $3K right now.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, let's be honest, right? The only problem I will say with that is I have no faith in Arteta to improve him. This could be another young lad who's got unbelievable qualities about that we need, and Arteta will absolutely destroy him.
Mm.
Sadly. Now, being selfish, I'd say sign him up 5 years. Let's look after him, because there is going to come a point in time, gentlemen, where Arteta goes out the door. It will come one day. If he doesn't win anything, and I don't think he will, right, then the fans are going to say, well, you've had your time, get out. So we need to hang on to the best assets we've got. And we ain't got many.
Yeah.
We haven't got many.
Right now. No, we don't.
One boy, this is the boy we need to get hold of. Yeah, okay. And when we look at Nketiah, I never agreed with that deal anyway. I never thought he was going to be the player that we were all going to have, the number 14. Yeah, just wasn't the levels. This young man has got such better qualities. His out of play, if you want to put it that way, he drags players out of position. He calls his defence, they don't know what to deal with him sometimes. That allows other players to come in, and then he can cut in and nick the ball, as he did tonight. Yeah,
yep.
And scores a worldie. So I'm just going to say, Mr. Arteta, right, Arsenal, you watch all these streams, you watch all of them. Right?
True.
Have a listen. Don't be an arrogant prick that you normally are. Sign the boy up for 5 years, right? Give him the big money. I'm not saying go stupid money, but I'm offering him to hold him in there, because I'll tell you right now, other clubs will be looking at him.
Yeah, 100%.
And United.
Yeah. I mean,
they stole 2 more from us. I mean, why not make it a trifecta?
Well, to be fair, Heaven wasn't really that. I didn't really rate that kid, to be honest.
Yeah,
like people were asking me about him. Man United fans were asking me about it, and I just started laughing. I didn't think he was he's good. He's good on the ball, but if you're playing him as a center back, he's absolute garbage. Like, I'm sorry, I was not impressed by this guy at all. But anyway, yeah, no, I mean, no, I agree with everything that Jess said. The guy is outplaying guys that make 6 figures a week on our team.
Right.
Like,
and that's what I was kind of going to add, piggyback on what Jess says. If Waneri can do this at 18, 19 years old, why is it so difficult for Odegaard and Sterling and Havertz to do this, who are proclaimed some of the world's best? And that's what I don't get the drop off. We would expect, even at times, like Martinelli to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it takes Waneri to show these guys like what it's really all about. And I think that's absolutely pathetic. I really do. It's think about it. It's a real mark on the rest of the squad if you're getting shown up by this 18-year-old kid. That's really what it is. Sterling can't do that shit. We've never seen Havertz do it. We've rarely maybe seen Odegaard do it 2 seasons ago. But like, why? We're so like, oh my God, he's sensational. This is what the whole attacking 5-6 players need to be doing. He's not doing anything that's just so special, right? You get the ball on your left foot, you go across the 18-yard box, and you whack it, you whack it in there with a perpendicular shot on goal. I mean, it's not rocket science, right? It's football 101 in some cases. And this is where I get the up it. I mean, all the more cheers to Waneri and so forth, and all the credit. But it's like Sterling can do this, right? I mean, what are we? I mean, I'm not trying to not gas up the kid, but the fact is he's doing basics that we just can't seem to do at 27, 28, 29, 30 years old.
No, absolutely, and
the rest of the squad,
right? And what does that say about the process? Like, I've been getting a lot of. I've been getting in a lot of arguments. Oh, wait, before I keep going. Smash the likes, by the way, people. Smash the likes, subscribe to Arsenal History and More. Connor will be here in a little while. He will be here in a little while. Don't worry about that. No, but what does it say about the process What does it say about the process when two of our best players on the ball are younger than 18 years old? What does that say about this process? Because I've said it before and I'll say it again. Big up Connor every single time. Ethan Winieri is so good on the ball, so comfortable.
Right.
Does not panic, right? He goes out there and he owns his position. You see him when he's taking corners, yelling at them to actually engage and begin the play in the box. He's yelling at players when they're out of position. He's actually showing that he is a young leader and he's so calm on the ball. And then you have Miles Lewis-Skelly, who I think has been an absolute star this season.
Yep.
Star. So good on the ball. Like when you're talking about a left back that inverts, he actually does it well and is not a total defensive liability. Does he have the speed that a normal left back would have? No, not really. I think that's the last thing that the one thing that he doesn't have. But on the ball, he's so calm. He can make a pass. He makes himself available when he needs to be. And he's 17. How old is Miles Lewis-Skelly? 17, 18?
He's 17.
17 years old. And he's making our other left backs look ridiculous. Big up Calafiore for the goal, but you're painting over the cracks with that one. Like, a lot of people in this fan base gas this Italian guy up because he scored 2 goals in key moments, which big up to him. But other than that, he's been mediocre.
Right.
Miles Lewis-Skelly has been heads and shoulders above any of our other left backs.
For California, we spent 15 million per goal because defensively he's absolutely horrendous.
And how many goals has he let in? Like I would need to get out my fingers and toes here to count how many times he's literally escorted attackers into the box for a goal.
And Bremo.
Yep. Exactly. Connor, how you doing, bro?
What's up, Connor?
I'm all good, man. Big up to all of you guys. Hope you're all well. Yeah, listen, like I'm fine. It was not a boring game, wasn't it? Like it's just so boring. It really is. It's so draining to watch, man. But listen, we got the job done at the end of the day. I can't complain too much. Listen, we were very stingy in that game, though. You can very much see. I was hearing you guys talk earlier. Like this is a team that is clearly not put together a lot, which we know. Yeah, this team, these set of players don't work together at all. Today was a bit of a shit show. It kind of made me think of like an under-21s game. Like, Arsenal, I forgot who we played the other day. The Arsenal Academy played the other day. And we were absolutely shocking. Or it was sometime recently. We were absolutely shocking. And it kind of reminded me, that was it. The Arsenal Academy played Fulham. And we lost 6-3 to Fulham's Academy. And it kind of reminded me of that, making stupid mistakes, stupid passes on goal. But at the end of the day, we got the win, and I can't really complain. At the end of the day, I just want to progress into the Champions League, even though we're probably not going to even make the quarterfinals like we did this last season. We'll wait and see. But let's get us out. We don't have to worry about that stupid qualification BS that you got to do from like 7th to 12th, whatever it is. I don't want to play them extra games. At least we can have a bit of a break as well in that period, which is nice. We don't have to worry about playing extra games, which is a bonus. But today, I can't sit here and not talk about Ethan Winieri, man. He's phenomenal. And the amount of times I got criticised by members of this fan base for saying, give these youngsters a chance. There is so much better.
You were beating the drum. You were beating the drum louder than anybody this summer.
I was. And there's so much more talent in this academy than there is of the dross that we had on the bench last season, And for some reason, Mikel Arteta was so hasty on doing that, and now finally he's actually noticed that he does have talent in the academy, and now 2 of them are regularly playing in the starting 11, or coming off the bench for Wanieri's sake at the moment, anyway, because obviously Lewis-Skelly's pretty much playing most games. Phenomenal goal, and what I love about Lewis-Skelly is, and Jez pointed out earlier as well, what he said when I was listening in, he's so confident on the ball, he will take on any player. If Virgil van Dijk or Antonio Rudiger is in front of him, he'd take him on. The boy has no fear. He's absolutely fantastic. And his goal today was absolutely superb. I can't write his goal any wrong. It was absolutely superb, fantastic. A bit of like a Saka goal on the left foot. Absolutely
Yeah.
phenomenal. I can't write him off. He was absolutely great for us today. And like Jez said, we have got to sign this kid down to a contract because teams will be after him, especially a young talent like this. Teams will be after him. So Arteta better get his hand out of his arse and start writing down these players to contracts. The same with Miles Lewis-Skelly as well. He needs to be signed down to a contract. Players like these need to be signed down ASAP. But on today, really, I mean, I was looking at the starting 11 just now. I mean, in general, Raheem Sterling needs to be terminated tonight. I mean, the fact that we gave him the penalty for confidence, which I do think sometimes a load of bollocks, in my opinion, because we've had players score penalties and then they've been a bit shit afterwards. But by God, that penalty was so piss poor. Like the guy offers,
He telegraphed it, man. His whole body. Sorry to interrupt you. And
no, go for it.
No, go.
He just stood there, looked at the keeper.
You know where he was going.
Down,
Yep.
and the keeper knew exactly where he was going to put that.
Yep.
Anyway, there you go.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, no, by body language, yeah, exactly. But anyway, it's Sterling, even in one-on-one situations, he doesn't take a shot at the goal. He always has to pass the ball. He's awful, man. He's so bad. And this was meant to be the guy that we hadn't seen the best of him yet. So, it is what it is. But shout-outs to Trossard today. I thought Trossard was very good. It's a shame his goal didn't go in. It was off the crossbar. Big up Trossard every single time. I love Trossard. I think he's better than what the manager makes him out to be. I really do think he is. He is there when we need him. He is a player that majority of the time turns up when we need him there. There's a lot of players in this team that don't do that. And Trossard is there. So really unfortunately, he didn't get his goal. He did get the assist though. So big up to him today. Trossard was very, very good. The defense, however, was shocking today. The defense was absolutely shocking today. And I'm putting that down to the fact that was a rotated bench. Rotated defense, sorry. Thomas Partey, I know he's played there before, but I swear to God, if we're playing a game where it's serious shit, like we've got to win it, he cannot play right back. No. He get that goal. He practically gave the goal away. Didn't watch his man at all. Body language was awful. The pace that he would never have caught up to that winger there. He hasn't got the pace for it. Never let him near the right back position unless it's a friendly. I swear to God that needs to stop. Well, listen, he could be going end of the season anyway, but no. Not after what I've seen today. He can't be doing that again. Kivior mid, like he's just
dude.
Gabriel was mid.
Just to interrupt real quick. Just to interrupt. Kiwior, while we're running through the players, Kiwior was so lucky that they got caught offside because that second goal that they knocked in on the far side was his fault.
And the marking from Gabriel was even worse.
Yeah, I mean they are the whole back line, but Kiwior playing right center back is shocking. Shocking. Yeah. He's not been good there all season.
Sorry, why did we not play a player? He's going in the summer anyway, right? Why did we not play our proper decent left back? Because he's going back to Celtic by all accounts for nothing, for free. Rumours. I don't know how true that is.
He's gone. He's gone. Jez, he's gone. He's gone back. He's going back to Celtic at the end of the season. Kieran Tierney.
Why are we not going to play the player that is a proper left back?
Yep.
And let's get out of him the best we can get out of him, right? Because at the end of the day, if I dare say this, that Arsenal were to progress into the quarters, semi-finals of the Champions League, that's the sort of left back you need. He has got experience. He's won 30-odd trophies at Celtic. But no, we have the most arrogant manager out there that once again did it tonight. Brings on players. Why did he bring Rice on? Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Absolutely
trying to get his legs warm before Man City. I don't know. Like I didn't understand. I didn't understand a lot of the substitutions today.
What is the point? And this says to me, the man is clueless. And it just says to me, well, it's your fault, Arteta. You brought these players on because you've got a weak squad. So you've decided, that you need, at that point in the game, some of the players may have been flagging, getting tired. So you have to bring on players that you shouldn't have to bring on.
Right.
No facts.
It's absolute nonsensical bullshit. And that is his problem. He's created this. And he
here's-
makes a statement, gentlemen, where he says, we've got a weak squad. Well, who created it?
right.
You did.
Right.
You did.
I mean, to be fair, it would help the fact that Tomiyasu and Ben White was here, but that's beside the fact because Tomiyasu is injury prone as it is. And, you know, at the end, do you know what I would have done today? I mean, the fact that I completely agree, Jez, why we didn't play Kieran Tierney today, I'd have happily played Calafiori at centre-back because Calafiori is actually a centre-back, believe it or not. He's not actually a left-back. He is predominantly a centre-back. That's how he was playing years in Italy. He is a centre-back. He's, even though going forward, got to give it to him. I know the goal was offside, but going forward, he is looking very, very good, very, very sharp. But he is predominantly a centre-back. Played him there. And play the guy that we barely even play anyway. Tierney won't start against Man City. Well, I've got to play a bum like Kivior, who you're looking to sell anyway. What's the point? You know?
This guy's been on the selling block for almost 2 years, or since he was in the team for about a year. He's been on the chopping block for about another year. Yeah. Like this guy, we've been trying to sell. This guy was rumored to go back to Juventus 6 months ago. Like, why are we even doing this? And every time you go out there, he looks more and more disinterested. He looks more interested when he's taking photos of his wife twerking. Like, I'm dead serious. Yeah. Like, I saw that video and I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I understand why you're motivated, but why don't you put a little bit about motivation on the pitch, my friend? Because he doesn't get many shots like this. He doesn't. Especially with Saliba coming back from injury. Saliba should be good for Man City. Yeah. He was on the bench today.
Yeah.
He was out there. He was out there for Wolves. He was against Wolves, but he was out there for Wolves. Like, he's not going to get a look in. So why are you not trying to deliver in the opportunities that you get? He's looked shocking.
And people will probably ask, you know, why are you being angry? Why are you negative? Because we could have drew today. We could have lost. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we would have still progressed into the
couple of inches, man.
At the end of the day, you don't want to embarrass yourselves, do you? I mean, I know Liverpool obviously didn't have a great day today, but look at what they done. I mean, they literally put academy kids in their first 11, didn't they? Because they were through anyway. But you know, and it's also the factor of, you know, this is a rotated squad, and at the end of the day, you want every member of your squad to perform. You want them to be the best that they can be. And the fact that this is what we're seeing from a rotated squad, it's not impressive, is it? It's not the best of what you can get. You know, in terms of the midfield as well, you know, Odegaard, a bit lackluster with the creativity today, my friend. I don't think he was offering too much as he could have done. But do you know what? I'll let it slide because it's Girona. But my friend, if you're going to be like this against Man City, I'm not going to be happy. That's for sure. Marino, to be fair, I think Girona's probably his level because he actually wasn't too bad today. He won a lot of duels today. I think he was one. Yeah, he did win a lot of duels today. But I think
I'm telling you, when he
found his level, which is mid-table Spanish teams, because
when he's playing for Spain or playing in Spain, he's okay.
I think he has to be benched on. I hope that he played today because he's going to be benched. I'd rather have Partey, Rice, Odegaard against Man City because this guy in it, man, he really isn't. He's very slow. To be fair to him, he had a good game today, but I hope we played him today as a rotational option because Rice and Partey are going to play together on the weekend because I don't want Marino anywhere near the team. I think he slows us down. And I don't want him anywhere near the team personally. But you know what? Listen, we played our game and we won. I can't complain. It's just a shame that, well, no, it's not a shame. We got very lucky. We got very lucky today that we didn't drop a point or two. But, you know, we walk away with 3 points and, well, the next big thing fucking deadline day, isn't it?
Yeah, deadline day Monday. We're not signing anybody.
Because now Duran's been confirmed to go to Saudi Arabia. So now that means Watkins is off the table.
Let's also see what happens next bloody Wednesday. You know what I mean?
You know, I don't even know if I'm going to watch that. Like, what's the point?
People actually believe we're going to go ahead and score. I said to people, I was like, you do realize we've got to score 3 goals, right? Not concede any. No, we just got to score 2 and go penalties. Oh yeah, because that helped us out before, didn't it? Going to penalties.
We just don't have Sterling tickets.
You know, like Jesus Christ, like now that game's done. You know, Newcastle at home, we know exactly what they're like at home. It's very rare when we can in recent years that we can go ahead and get a decent result there. They're a very tough ground to go to. I don't see us pulling that one off. fellas. I don't see
Yeah,
it.
I read a crazy stat. Hold on, let me make sure that this is right before I go shooting off my mouth here real quick. Yeah, we have scored 1 goal at Newcastle. No, we haven't scored a goal at Newcastle
4 games.
in 4 games. So
That's insane,
since 2021, we have not scored at Newcastle.
Well, there you go. And we're apparently going to score. We're going to score 2 or 3. So that's good luck.
And we're supposed to.
And the guy that we're meant to have is on their team. So isn't that fantastic, isn't it? And this
Tell
is
me
this is
another
becoming
one.
a shit show, man. It's hilarious how now Arsenal all of a sudden want to go in for Ollie Watkins, and it just makes me fucking laugh. Right, you've had 28 days to go in for this guy, right? But now you wait till now when Duran is now left for Saudi. It's pretty much done. It's verbally agreed. He just has to sign the papers, and it's pretty much done. That's the Villa, and it's done. Which means Ollie Watkins is off the cards because they're not going to sell 2 strikers in one window, are they? You know. So why have we now waited to now to do this? What the hell have we been doing the last 28 days? Because we haven't been going for Sesko, we haven't been going for Gyökeres, we haven't been going for Isak. So why have we been waiting 28 days to go for Ollie Watkins all of a sudden? Now that's off the cards. Rashford's now linked to Galatasaray on loan. I hope to God he goes there because I don't want Marcus Rashford. Fellas, we're not going to. I don't think we're going to get anyone. I think Sard's screwed, TJ. I think he's screwed.
The Dunce Cap show is going to be a big.
Because
it's coming, dude.
It just makes me laugh how much this club moves in such weird ways. Why have we waited 28 days to all of a sudden put in a bid for a player? And especially on the night where he's playing a Champions League. Like, we're so weird, man. Like, we're such a weird team. Like, what we do in the transfer business. We're not, I don't think we're going to sign anyone unless we get this Mateus Tell guy. But he's not going to win us the league title. I think he's a good prospect. But he's not. He's a Bayern Munich youngster. But I don't think he's
a Bayern Munich youngster.
But the thing is, this is what makes me laugh. You know, Ollie Watkins, I think, would have been good for the progression of the rest of the season. Maybe he would have helped us possibly catch up to Liverpool. I'm not too sure, but maybe it's not going to happen now. But, you know, why are we going in for these prospect players? You know, we have to get quality. If we want a striker, you've got to get in a prolific striker. If we wanted Ollie Watkins, why not? Why didn't we go get him on January 1st? Why did we have to wait until the end of the window to get that sorted? And now it's not going to happen.
Tried, Connor. It's the narrative, mate. You got to remember, it's the Arsenal narrative. Oh, but we tried. Oh, we tried.
Yeah, it's PR. Exactly.
It's the
man.
PR. Oh, but we tried, guys. We tried. It's bullshit, man. I mean, we've had this for so long, and I don't fall for it anymore because I see a lot of people getting gassed today. Oh, well, you know, Duran's going out to Saudi, blah, 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 blah. And then, Ollie Watkins, you know, and this. Don't fall for the bullshit. Because we've got until February the 3rd, which is what?
Monday
next week. Yeah. To actually get this over the line. How many times have we seen this and fallen for the crap? Yeah, exactly, Dom. Draxler. Yeah, we're Draxler.
Draxler, yeah.
Waiting for him now, what, 8 years? You know, I mean, come on, people. We fall for it all the time. Well, I'm sorry, I don't fall for it anymore. Until I see Ollie Watkins at the Emirates in an Arsenal shirt, forget it.
I knew all that crap was off. I read this morning about those transfers because, like Connor said, there's no way they're going to sell both their strikers after they just beat Celtic too in the Champions League and went up the table. Like where do these stories come from? Why do people believe this? I mean, the Duran to Saudi makes sense. It makes complete sense. They're cashing in on their second string striker, who turns out to be better than their first level striker in some ways. You know, and they're not going to sell both. They want a 4th place spot. Like Aston Villa are still fighting for 4th place. Let's be real, even though they're like 6th or 7th. He's going to keep them fighting to the end. And how many people did Man City sign? 7.
Oh yeah, there's some a few. Yeah.
Yeah.
7 players they've signed. That Mamouche guy on Saturday is going to be a handful.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. He was a baller. I watched him when he was out in Germany. And
hopefully Uzbekistan back starts because he's shit. So hopefully
Yeah. But
He was awful.
yeah, so before we move on to the next Champions League conversation, because I want to talk about that, and then I want to talk about who we could potentially play.
Have you seen the tweet, TJ? Apparently, that the teams that we could get have already been.
Yeah, no, I did see that. I did see that. Warrior
yeah.
J, big up Warrior J. He says Arsenal could either play AC Milan, Feyenoord, PSV, or Juventus in the round of 16. I will tell you right now, I do not want to run into AC Milan.
No, we'd be fucked.
Or Juventus. The Dutch teams, I think we can beat. But even Feyenoord, they're the champions.
PSV, well, you know what our luck was like with them, don't you? So that's last season, you know.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, you know. So no, I think Milan. I think we could do Juventus, to be honest, TJ. What they've got now is not what they used to have years ago. Milan don't even want to touch to go anywhere near them. If we get Milan, you can say bye to that quarterfinal because they've got levels above what we've got, and they are. Go to the San Siro, the history of that stadium, the fans,
nightmare.
No. If we play our cards right, we'll hopefully get either Feyenoord or PSV, but we'll wait and see on that one.
Yeah, Juventus should be bad. They got that Yildiz kid, and they got, of course, Vlahovic and a couple decent midfielders and a decent center back. But
yeah, Vlahovic, forgot about him as well. We tried to get him.
Yeah, but Vlahovic, you can see us scoring because I don't think our defense is as good as it has been in the last couple seasons. You know, and this Yildiz kid, their number 10, is fantastic on the left.
Yeah, and don't forget about my midfielder that plays for Juventus, Dal. Don't forget. Weston McKennie, baby. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Connor, the look on Connor was so.
What about your favorite winger, though? Timothy Weah.
Connor's so unimpressed by that.
Timothy Weah plays for Juventus as well.
Yeah, well, we got two Americans on AC Milan too. You got Pulisic and you got what's his face? Oh God, I'm forgetting the other guy's name. He got sent off today, I think, too.
There's another American.
Musa. We got
Musa. Yep.
Musa, yeah, of course. Yeah, he's a baller, though.
Yeah. No, he's good. He's really good. We got a couple of good Americans in the Serie A, but yeah, going back to that AC Milan away nightmare. I think playing anywhere in Italy for us would be an absolute nightmare. We've played these Dutch teams before. Like we can handle them. We can handle PSV. We can handle Feyenoord. You know, Slot does not manage Feyenoord anymore. That being said, they're also prickly. They beat up on Man City too before a lot of those injuries hit.
Right.
So apparently, someone Daily AFC just tweeted that if we do get to the round of if we win the round of 16, go to the quarterfinal, we could potentially get Madrid, Bayern, City, Atletico Madrid, or Bayer Leverkusen.
Dude, we're not going.
What's the point? Just forfeit now. Just forfeit.
Who do you want, Jez?
Oh dear.
Who do you want?
I totally agree. At the end of the day, let's be fair. Let's be honest with ourselves here. You know, if we get Feyenoord, PSV, yeah, I reckon we could. We've already beaten PSV, so I ain't got a problem with that. Yeah. Right. AC Milan away, we ain't got a great record there. Let's be fair, right? Under the great teams that we've had in the past, AC Milan not good. But if we get through that, let's say we get Feyenoord, yeah, then we go through from there. It's a 2-leg competition now, isn't it? So we've got home and away. Going over through that to the teams you've just mentioned. Well, we know what we like against Bayern Munich. Absolute rubbish.
They're better than they were last year, too.
10-2, 10-2. You know what I mean? So
I don't want to think about Real Madrid.
Is it even worth talking about, guys?
Yeah, I mean, you got a good point.
You gotta wait till the draw. Yeah, you gotta wait till the draw.
I can already see it. I can already see us getting knocked out like the quarterfinal. Like, let's focus on the league now, guys. Like, it's just like same. It's the same story every season. I don't know why people think it's going to change.
Buy a new jacket.
Yeah, they'll drop a new jacket, the L jacket for fucking losers. And, You know,
Oh,
That's how everybody buys
AFTV
jackets.
and all that, they'll be happy with it. Oh, well, we couldn't compete this year, but we go again next year. Yeah,
Well,
right.
let me go turn back the clock. You guys were talking about the subs he made today and putting Rice on for no reason. If
Yeah.
we don't have Rice in the squad, and let's say we turn back the clock and we have ESR, does he put someone like ESR in?
What, into the starting 11 now?
No, just as a sub for no reason. And the point I'm trying to make is, would he sub in ESR to get the last 20 minutes of a game? And what reason for that? But would that be the same reason that he'd throw Rice back in there for no reason? I mean, is he throw? And I know this doesn't mean much now because ESR is obviously not here, but it's the mentality of the substitutions. He doesn't trust his bench. We've known that now for a while. So if the bench doesn't have Rice on there, for instance, and ESR is still sitting there, does he still make that sub?
Oh, right. Probably not.
Right. So what's the use of subbing? So I'm just concurring with what you guys are saying. So what's the use of subbing Rice on anyway? What's he going to do in 25 minutes?
Do you remember the years now of when we had Martinelli and he didn't even want to touch Martinelli? Do you remember that when I think that's when he first came into the team? He didn't even want to go anywhere near him, and we had this whole load of months where we were just like, "Why are you not playing him? Why are you playing?"
True.
I don't know, probably Nketiah at the time, and maybe even Reece Nelson. I don't know who we had at the time. It's like we've got this really talented Brazilian on the bench right now. Why are you sidelining him for no reason? We had that massive. I think it was during the whole COVID season. That's when we had the real problem. Arteta's always been like that, and Arteta's been like that. Even when Ranieri first came into the team when he was like 15, played him against Brentford for 2 minutes so he could get his ego up that he's got the youngest player to ever come off a bench in the Premier League game. It's who Arteta is at the end of the day. I'm honestly, for me personally, in terms of the Rice thing, I'm not too pissed off about it. I'd be more pissed off if he came on the pitch and got himself injured. That's the one thing I would be annoyed about. But at the end, I look at it in a sense of I think he maybe brought him on today because of the fact of we were that shit. We were looking like we actually conceded a goal. Luckily, that one was offside that we did concede because it was a fantastic goal from Girona, to be fair. But you do have to think about it, guys. We could get more injuries down the line, and this is what we are dealing with as our backup. People put this to the side. Oh, it's just Girona. It's a rotated side. Where you got to remember these are our backup players. They're not just here for a game then they disappear for the next 2 months or 3 months. They are here if something goes wrong. Look at what has happened to our right hand side while Saka's out. Thank God Ranieri is back, but look at what happened with Raheem Sterling, man. God forbid that imagine if we do keep Kivior and Zinchenko, which by the looks of it is going to happen. Maybe one could go on deadline day, but by the looks of it, if we do have them after deadline day, and say Saliba gets injured, that's Kivior at centre back. Look at how he played today. People can't forget that this is what we have as our backups. But the bench has been fixed, guys. The bench has been fixed. That's what we're hearing.
Well, we have so many versatile players, Connor. What's not being versatile? The chat for not smashing the likes. Get us to 20. No, but that's what I'm saying is that we have no specialists behind our center backs. Like we have center backs behind those guys that can also play CDM, that can also play left back or right back or whatever. Like we have no specialists. It's the same with the striker position. We have no pure striker, which in my opinion is still the top of the shopping list. You saw it again today. Nothing. And when are we going to start talking seriously about Martin Odegaard? Like, when are we going to start talking seriously about this guy? I thought he was our worst midfielder today, not generating anything. We need this guy to start showing up, because if he doesn't show up against Man City, I'm telling you, it's a draw or a loss. We're dropping points.
Mr. Inconsistent.
3 points behind us.
Yeah. No, that's a swing. And then at this point, if we finish behind Man City after they got 2 wins in 14, I don't understand why people are still hanging on to him. I can't wait to hear the excuses. I really can't. I really can't.
Next season,
it will be the biggest bottle breakdown that we've had before an end of season collapse, right? This would be a February collapse. So the collapses, not only have they happened to us in the future during May and April and March, now our collapses are coming sooner into the season, right? Like February and January. And that's the thing. If we lose, I'll say I think we're getting pounded 4-1. I think they're
Mm,
going to do
On
it
Saturday,
4-1.
damn.
I don't think so.
I know that's I think so.
I think also
I think so.
is the great point there from DJ, I think it was, right? What the hell was Neto doing? If he'd touched that ball,
He's fucked.
that was a red card.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, if he touches the red card, that's true.
What are you doing, man? Why are you so outside the box in that position and you dive to try and save it? Then, okay, so you get hooked, red card, right? We've then got to make a change in midfield to bring on Setford.
Yep.
Setford, the reserve keeper, kid, a young lad, throw him in the boiling pot, right? So let's just pray that Raya does not get injured. But, you know, I've been doing some shows recently about some of the great teams of Arsenal Football Club.
Right.
And there was times when we've had in every position 2 players. We had the great players like, you know, Lukic. Backup goalkeeper at the time was a certain David Seaman, who went on to become England #1. I mean, what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here with this football club that we've got? David Raya, right? Didn't play tonight. Wasn't even on the bench, right? Fair play. And if Neto had touched that ball, fingertipped it, straight red. See you later. Bye. No questions. And then we've got to make a change in midfield, and we've got to bring on Setford.
Right.
What's going on at this club? What are we doing?
There's no leadership, Jess.
Well, he's here because of Edu. He's here because of Edu, isn't he?
There's a lot of different things, but I mean the biggest theme that I'm seeing right now, not only in what Jess said, but in the chat, is our ability to identify players to bring in on loan is absolutely awful. Why did we even bring in Neto on loan? The only reason he played today is because he hasn't played one game, and this will probably be the only match he plays for Arsenal.
To be fair, TJ, David Raya's apparently got an injury, but it's not like severe.
Then I would say start Setford then. Setford was fine in the cups, and honestly, this game was pretty inconsequential. In my opinion,
a free hit, wasn't it? You know,
in my opinion, what
TJ, the job was done. We'd qualified.
Yeah. What? Throw the youngster on. He looked fine in the Carabao Cup. He looked fine.
I called it. I said, right, you know, it's going to be a ball fest game. Pot the kids out. It doesn't matter if we get piped 3-0, because at the end of the day, we've done the job. We're not going to get out. We're not going to get kicked out the top 8, right? So play Stepford.
Yeah.
Give him a go. Bring the kids in. It might have been quite exciting, actually. But no, what we do is we do the same old thing with this idiot manager, right? I mean, please, how can anybody say Sterling is worth playing? The guy is dumb. He's gone.
Yeah.
As soon as he fucks off back, sorry for swearing, but as soon as
it's all right.
No, it's true.
He F's off back to Chelsea in May, right? And we save us a load of money a month. Because please, God, don't ever renew that contract. The guy is disgusted. He is shockingly shit. I'm sorry, that's true. That penalty. I mentioned it early on the stream, guys. He telegraphed it. The one thing, right? The one thing that Thierry Henry always used to say: never look at the goalkeeper. Just pick your position and let him have to guess. I don't have to guess. I know where I'm putting the ball. And we know how cheeky he was. He used to do the little chip goals. He would bang it, or he'd bang it there, or he'd bang it there. Sterling gave it away. He looked at the keeper.
And it was a piss poor shot as well.
Like, I'm going right here. Keep right here.
Position
Dive
up.
right here.
He set his body position up. Right, the keeper knew where he's going to go.
He was open like
He was going to go for top left bins for the keeper.
open.
I'm
Jez.
not
You're
a
right.
professional footballer. Never have been, never will be. But even I could tell what he was going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This guy is banging 150 bags a week out of Arsenal. You're shit,
Really.
mate. Get out.
I don't know why he just walk up to a Jez and just whack it left side top bins. Just walk up and just whack the shit out of it. And we go right into the goal.
This was the same guy. This was the same guy.
Passion.
This was the same
slide
guy.
it, even if you put it 10 yards above the bar, that's a better effort than what you did.
Yes, exactly. If
And
you
this is the same guy.
Go on, mate. Go on.
This is the same guy that used to bag 25 goals a season as well. Like, it's crazy how much he's dropped. I mean, listen, I know he's 30 now, something like that. I mean, even that isn't really a drop off for a player. But ever since he made that move to Chelsea, something happened in him, and he just fucking turned off. Because even the season before he left for Chelsea, he scored like 17, 18 goals. Like, it's just like, I don't know what happened to him there, but Chelsea completely fucked him over, and now we've got the backbone of it, as we always do with Chelsea players anyway. You know, we always get the back end of Chelsea players. I'm sure next season we'll get another washed up player from Chelsea.
Why can't Sterling do what Waneri can do at 18? Why can't Sterling take the ball with his left foot, go right across the 18-yard box, and slash one right in front of the goal? That's what we were talking about before you got here. Why does it take an 18-year-old kid to show a 30-year-old how to play fucking football?
To be honest,
if it's not
going
to score, it's not going to be Martinelli. It randomly will be Trossard. It's not going to be Havertz unless it comes off his ass or his shoulder, the back of his head or his ear or his elbow. Right, Connor? I mean, why can't these professional footballers just do what Waneri did?
I guess it's more of the case. Well, I think. I mean, if I'm going to look at it more logistically, I mean, Sterling shouldn't even be here anyway. I mean, the only reason that Sterling's here, and it's true, but obviously the club would never admit to it because that's a newspaper page one. They never do that. Sterling's here because we didn't get the player that we wanted, whoever it was, on deadline day.
Right.
You know, that's the only reason Sterling's here. And I don't actually believe that Arteta wanted Sterling. You can even see for yourself, if you want to go and have a look, the behind the scenes of when we signed Sterling, Edu even said we never had a plan to sign him. This was a last minute idea. So he wasn't even meant to fucking be here. Like, this was literally a way for Arsenal to put a video together for everyone to say, oh, look, Raheem Sterling's here. Raheem Sterling was never meant to be here. In my opinion, Sterling's been like this for the last 2 years. You know, whatever happened to him after he left City, something's just not jingled. And in my opinion, he's just completely turned the shadow of what he used to be, because he was a world-class winger 4 or 5 years ago for City. He was absolutely phenomenal. And he was banging in goals like what Waneri did today. I think it's just the fact was that the judge, bro, you've got to look at the stats, man. He was crucial for City when they were winning league titles, bro. He was insane, man. And he was world class at one point. He really was. He was absolutely fantastic in my opinion.
He's a lot like Kai Havertz. He puts on that Chelsea blue and he just
he fucks off. Like, the whole player just disappears. And do you know what? It's actually kind of crazy that Donzi actually says Sancho. You know, Sancho at Dortmund was fantastic. Goes to Chelsea. Not Chelsea. Goes to Man United. Sorry, getting fucking mixed up my players now. Anyway,
big up Godfrey.
I got mixed up there. But anyway, listen, you know, Sterling shouldn't be here anyway. But you know what? We're stuck with him in it. And listen, you know, that is the level. And I'm so glad that fucking fraud's gone, Edu, because the fact that he signed Neto and Raheem Sterling, and he got a video around that, around the Arsenal training ground of them having pizzas and fucking drinks because they had a great window. Like, it was just a piss take. It was a way to show the fans, you know what, screw you. And I'm glad he's gone. And I hope Arteta leaves with him soon. And, you know, Vinay's gone as well. We are getting rid of all the parasites slowly. So fingers crossed that Arteta's the next one if we don't win anything this season. So, you know, so listen, it is what it is. But, you know, we're stuck with players like Raheem Sterling. But you've got to hope and pray that Martinelli, Trossard, once Saka comes back, stays fit, and then Waneri doesn't have to deal with him anymore.
Why can't we technically score these Waneri goals? You know, I mean, I get your point, but technically, why are we so bad technically on these things? Like, we've talked about not being able to finish. It's like Waneri's just showing us how it's done.
But I think listen, honestly, like Waneri is he's a talent. Like the goal he scored today was absolutely fantastic. I think that definitely Saka can do stuff like that. I think on his day, Martinelli can score goals like that as well if he really wants to. I think we've got players like that. I think it's just a case of, if we're comparing to people like Raheem Sterling, it's comparing chalk and cheese now. You're comparing a new talented youngster full of energy, wants to make a scene in the football world, with a player that has already won multiple league titles and coming towards the end of his career. It's kind of chalk and cheese, really, mate.
I get that, but I see Nwaneri do these little tiki-taka, technical things and smash one in there, and then Raheem Sterling doing Tyrannosaurus Rex and just losing the ball. It's like, where's the cutoff to where it's like, okay, I'm going to actually use my technical talent that I've got in the Premier League for the last 10 plus years and just actually make something work. Like
I just think he's so
look at it. He's shit. Like, he's past his time now. He's
past. Well, no, and not only is Dal. Here's the thing, Dal. Not only we knew he was past it when he signed with us.
I understand.
And the
when
only
they've
thing
literally got him coming out and saying you haven't seen the best of me yet. Oh yeah, so we're going to see you better than winning Premier League titles, mate. Right. Okay.
And the only thing that's worse about that is not only is he past it, he's not confident and he's past it. That's even worse.
Yeah.
You knew, and he wasn't fit, and he missed several games because he wasn't fit. Like, he wasn't physically up for it.
He was dodging, bro. I don't even think he was fit. I don't even think he was injured or unfit.
Unfit.
He was bagging 300 grand a week at Chelsea. Like, he didn't give a shit. He's already in my eyes. Sterling is just one of them early retiree players. He shouldn't even be here in the first place. Martinelli's better than him. Saka's better than him. Trossard's better than him. We do have the players that can score goals, like you say, Dad. We do have the players for it. Unfortunately, I just don't think Martinelli is as consistent. But you know what? Let's not get ourselves carried away. As much as Nwaneri's goal was good today, I don't see him doing that every game. I think he just had a really good moment. But hopefully he can do it more in the future. But I think, we just got to look at it. If you're comparing Sterling to Nwaneri, you're comparing chalk and cheese. Sterling just shouldn't be here anyway.
I'm not comparing the names, Connor, right? I'm comparing the professional years of experience that Sterling sort of has. It doesn't matter the names on the shirt, right? It's the 18-year-old versus the 30-year-old. I'm just saying, like, technically, Raheem Sterling should be able to do those things as well, right? And he doesn't show that. And I think it goes to what you guys are saying, is that he doesn't care, or he's just lost the fucking touch, man. Like,
that's exactly it. That's exactly
out of him some way, right? But then I go to Trossard and Odegaard and Martinelli. It's like, why doesn't we're gassed about Nwaneri, like you said. It's a great goal, but it's what he did though isn't some miraculous thing. Right, like the Juma goal to me was almost better because he got it off the pass and took it one time right around our keeper. And I just think that if we would, I don't know, concentrate more at training, at scoring these more technical goals, maybe we would see more output. I love Nwaneri. I think he's the future. I think he's a great player right now and will be in the future. But he's showing up our senior players. Let's be honest. He's showing our attacking 4, 5, 6 players how it's done. And to me, I find that kind of fucking disgusting. Big up on Nwaneri, right? But the rest of you guys need to get like on track. That's what, whenever he scores, that's what the first thing I think about. Well, first thing, yay, come on, you gutters. Second thing is, why the fuck don't we have, these multi-talented players in their mid-20s that can't ticky-tack around a couple defenders and bury one? Right? I just... that's all I'm saying, Connor. And you're right. I'm not trying to compare the names on the shirt. I am comparing the age and experience, though. And that's where I get the up.
Hey, well, there you go. And guys, that is the show because I have to jet. But Jez, thank you so much for coming on, my friend, as usual. Shout out yourself, my friend.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
No, shout yourself out, my friend. What do you got coming up?
Nothing, basically.
That's good, Jez. You should have
it. That's good. Are you doing a fan cam with Lee or anything like that?
No, I'm not going to be doing fan cams tonight. It's too late. Okay. I've got an early start tomorrow. Sadly, I've got to go to a funeral tomorrow. So
you too, huh? It's not a good time of year. I got to go to one on Friday.
Yeah. So it's not
Sorry to hear
anybody I know. It's a family member on the wife. Well, I do know, but it's a family member on the wife's side. So, but we got an hour and a half journey to get there. So, which is nothing to you boys in the States. That's like just go to the shops. But over here in the UK, that's a journey. But anyway, there we go. Connor, I need to speak to you, young man, because I need you to do some work for me. I've got
It's
something
an high demand.
I want you to do. But TJ,
See,
legend as always. Dow,
yeah, buddy.
absolute real one.
Yeah.
I was working out the other day, my friend. We've been 6 years, 7 years.
Crazy.
I was just thinking about that. It was about 2 years ago when Jez forced me to get him to start this YouTube channel. So like I said, blame Jez. And we've been going every week, pretty much every week since.
Yeah.
So
Steady.
so Jez, when we have the 100th episode of American Idiots, you better be there. That's all I'm gonna say. We're coming up.
Don't worry about that. I will
10
be
weeks.
there. People always blame me. Aaron X-rated.
It's all your fault, Jez.
Mate, I'm just the catalyst.
Technically, you're at fault for my work as well, Jez, the editing, because you were my first client. So technically, you're at fault of that as well.
Yeah, just blame me. I don't care. But Connor, I'll be having a little chat with you, mate. I've got something I want to do, and thumbnails and all that shit. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
I ain't got a clue. I'm useless at all this technology. But I'll tell you what, mate, just before we wrap up.
Yep.
My son was over, as you know, at Christmas. He's coming back in April with his fiancée because they're getting married over here. And he said to me, he said to me, Dad, I love your intro of your show. I went, yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? He said, did you do it? I said, no. So I got a young man to do it, a guy called Connor. And he said, I think having watched some of the stuff you do, maybe you need to do different thumbnails. I went, oh, right, okay. Yeah. Like I know how to do that then. He went, well, I can do them, but unfortunately, you can't get hold of me when I'm on ship. I went, no. So I said, thanks for your help then. That's great, isn't it? Great advice. Cheers.
Yeah. Connor is in high demand, by the way. I just want to say, and like this guy has been doing, he's outgrown me. Like I said, I knew he was going to get too big for me.
I swear to God, right, I don't mean to keep you, but yesterday, I don't know what happened, but I got like messages everywhere. And this guy, bit up to me, I think it's called Sice, P-Y-S, Chelsea.
Yeah.
He must have one of the biggest Chelsea accounts. He has over like 500,000.
I've heard of him. I've heard of him before.
He messaged me out of the blue and said, "Oh, can you do a thumbnail for me?" I said, "Fuck yeah, sure." And I post a picture of the thumbnail, and it's got over like 53,000 views. Followers coming out of nowhere. Shit.
Awesome, Connor. Congratulations, man.
He's so awesome, bro.
Yeah, he's got over 580,000 followers. Yeah, exactly. So, and I got a guy called Double A messaged me today. He's a United fan. He goes to Sire's channel. He's a legend. Got done a thumbnail today. He was at the Aston Villa Juventus game. So I'm doing my thing, man. Doing my thing.
He's cooking. He's cooking.
Bread. Yeah, making bread.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna redirect you over to Marshall's channel. Go over there and say what? Go over there and say Maresca out. Go over there and say Maresca out. He's a Chelsea fan. Go over there and say Maresca out. TJ Warren TV raid. Sorry for a little bit of abbreviated show today, guys, but we will be back a little bit later this weekend. All right. See you later.
You guys.
Take care, guys. Take care.
Cheers.